Hello and welcome to this week's newsletter. No, it's not that cold in the shop, but we have just taken delivery of our new winter wear from Glenmuir. So all the club logo stuff has arrived, including this lovely padded warm jacket that you'll see me wearing about, because you know I feel the cold, but I reckon this is going to be lovely and warm this. So we got these come in different colours. We've got blacks, greys. The navy's still out of stock actually, we're waiting for those to come in the new year sort of thing. But yeah, nice padded warm jacket. Still plenty of room that I can swing the golf clubs, so they're designed for golf. They're not like kind of streetwear, which will be very padded out, but they are certainly nice and warm and nice and comfy. And I think you agree, they even look good on me, don't they? Yeah, okay. And then underneath, stripping off, strip tees. We've got these tops as well, different colours of these, sort of mid-layer tops, okay. Again, all different colours. They come in a navy, they come in a grey and blue, a grey and black as this. Okay, again, all club logoed. But again, I can feel the warmth in this as well. And then underneath that, I'll take my cap off for this, I think. Underneath that, we've got some lovely, not necessarily for this time of year, but they still look smart. Look, some nice camouflaged shirts. Hey, what about them? You see all the tall stairs wearing them. You know, Rory's wearing them, Garcia's wearing them, Dustin Johnson's wearing them, Brooks Koepka's wearing them. They probably, no, I look better in mine, I'm sure. But yeah, it's a nice camo, club logo, Glenmuir stuff. Looks very smart. Again, different colours in that. There's a green, there's a grey, there's a blue, there's black. Okay, but yes, they're all in as well. Not necessarily for this time of year, but might be a nice idea for Christmas presents. So, yes, all the Glenmuir winter gear has arrived, so please come in store and take a look. Some nice, lovely club logo gear. Take a look. Talking of the tour stars, talking of Rory McIlroy, did you see him win over in Las Vegas? He was superb, wasn't he? Happened to putt very well again. We all know when Rory putts well, he generally wins, and he led the strokes gained in putting statistic, which generally means he wins. But he was superb. You know, when Rory gets a sniff at a title, if he's up there with a round to go, normally he's very good at closing it out, and he did do. He was fantastic on the back nine. He had a fantastic weekend, really. He didn't have a very good first round, but then his second, third and fourth round was superb. And yeah, he cruised to victory, really. Ricky Fowler was up there. Ricky Fowler came second. It was good to see Ricky Fowler do so well. He came second, he did really well. He's not been up there for a little while, 2 years without a win, but looked like he was coming back to form as well. So it was great to see Rory win for the second time in 2021. Not bad for a player who's not playing very well, really, isn't it? He wins twice in a year, even though he's not playing very well. I'd love to be as bad as Rory McIlroy. But he did say the Ryder Cup did motivate him. The Ryder Cup gave him a bit of time to reflect on that and ask a few questions. And he sort of said in an interview straight afterwards that he was spending too much time trying to beat other people, trying to do what other players do, where he's actually realised that the best player in the world at the time before lockdown was him. He's just got to carry on doing what he was doing in the first place that got him to world number one and all those major titles 10 years ago, rather than trying to change his golf swing so he can hit it further, shape it like Tiger, whatever it may be. Actually, the best version of Rory McIlroy is Rory McIlroy, so that seemed to have done the trick, and he certainly putted the lights out, which is always good to see. That was over in Las Vegas on the LPGA Tour. Actually, it was the Ladies European Tour. It was a team event, and Charlie Hull won on that. That was good to see. She shot final round 65. So she won on the Ladies European Tour. I think it might have been a co-sanctioned event with the LPGA Tour as well. But certainly Charlie Hull beat world number one Jess Corder into second. So that was great to see. And in Europe, we have Matt Fitzpatrick, another Ryder Cup star, who again has not been in great form up until now. Matt Fitzpatrick, young Englishman from Sheffield. I think it was his 6th European Tour victory, and he's only like 25, 26. But yeah, he won round Valderrama. What a golf course that is, yeah? You have got to be mega straight to play well around there. So it suited Matt Fitzpatrick down to the ground, and he won the Andalusia Masters, I think they call it, round Valderrama. So two players that have not necessarily played the Ryder Cup very well have come back to form immediately after. What does that say? I don't know. I reckon the old sports psychologists will be having a field day with them, but good to see them both back on form. On to competition news, and we had a couple of sort of open meetings last week, which was interesting. The ladies had their autumn open on the Wednesday, so lots of visiting ladies. And then on the Thursday, we had the Norfolk Alliance here. That's a big County Alliance, they were here for Thursday, and we got so much positive feedback. It was fantastic. All the ladies that I spoke to thoroughly enjoyed themselves and thought the food and the golf course was wonderful. So that was great to hear. And on the Thursday, we had the Norfolk Alliance here, including 10 professionals, I think, from around the area. Unfortunately, I couldn't play. I was stuck in the shop because I do like to play the Norfolk Alliance, but it's on a Thursday, and Thursday's always tricky to get away, as you well know. So yeah, we had 10 professionals here, and I spoke to probably about 5 or 6 of them after the round, and they all thoroughly enjoyed the golf course, including Andy Marshall, who I know very well from my days at Dereham. He used to play over, or he does play over at Dereham. Andy Marshall, who's been on the European Tour, on the Challenge Tour, and he's just won that Par 3 Championship on Sky Sports. Did you see that? The scruffy little bugger here, that's Andy. I spoke to him, and he said, well, he hadn't played here for 30 years, probably since he was a junior, and he said he couldn't believe how much he enjoyed it. He loved the golf course, loved the vibe around the clubhouse, and loved the food as well. So that was really positive. In fact, he put a great little tweet on Twitter saying what a little gem Gulstan Golf Club is. So that was always good to hear. Great positive feedback from all the visitors that came on the Wednesday and the Thursday, and some of my fellow pros were very, very impressed as well. So again, just shows that the golf club is heading in the right direction. Danny and his team are doing a great job out on the golf course, and Simon, the caterer in the kitchen there, again, he's doing a fantastic job in there. He's got big shoes to fill with Tim, but I think he's doing it very, very well. So well done to Simon and his gang in there as well. Right, on to Gulstan Golf Club news, because there's an open competition on the Wednesday and the Norfolk Alliance on the Thursday. We had no members competitions, but on the on the Sunday, we had a mixed roll up Stapleford, where Ray Pope won with 41 points. Well done, Ray. Great score there. He beat Nick Studd into second on 39, and Scott Watson into third, also on 39. Well done, you three gents. David Uden came fourth on 48. Nice return to form for Scott Watson and David Uden, and they started their form last weekend at the Pro Captain Finals Day, and they've continued it as well, dare I say, after a couple of lessons as well. So that seems to be doing the trick. Well done, you two gents. Nice return to form there. But most importantly, well done, Ray, for winning the midweek Stapleford, the mixed roll-up Stapleford. Well done, Ray. And special mention to Glenn Jeremy. There was 50 people played in the twos on the day, and Glenn Jeremy was the only one to get a 2. In fact, he got 2 twos. He got a Desmond Tutu on the 7th and the 11th, so he won £50. So well done, Glenn. That's in your Pro Shop account, mate. Right, here we are out on the third tee for this week's little strategic tip from me. Okay, you can see it's a bit stormy out at sea. Can you see the rainbow out there? Look at that. There's another storm coming over there. It's Tuesday afternoon. It's a bit, Wednesday afternoon. It's a bit wild out there at the moment. But the third hole, always a tough hole. Yeah, I mean, even if I walk off here with 5, it's not the worst thing in the world. The third hole, I always think, is probably the hardest hole on the golf course. Okay, the stroke index is stroke index 2. That's only because it's on the front 9, but I always think it is the hardest hole on the golf course because it always plays into prevailing wind, and it's always uphill a little bit with the tee shot, plus the green is very narrow. So 5 is always a good score here. Even if you get 2 shots on it, a 6 or a 7 is not the worst score in the world. Just if you get a point in a Stapleford on this hole, be thankful and move on. Just try not to blob it. So strategically, you've just got to play it well, haven't we? So ultimately, what we got to try strategically, what we got to try and do is, number 1, don't hit it right. I mean, the out of bounds fences have gone, so that's made it a little bit easier, to be honest. But you've still got no shot in from over there. It's only a wedge back onto the fairway, isn't it? So yeah, number 1, don't miss it right. You've got plenty of room left. You've got a bunker up there on the left-hand side. That's 205 yards away. We can see that on our tee marker down there. Look, 205 yards to get to that bunker. And even if it goes in there, it's not the worst bunker in the world to get out of, yeah? So make sure you sort of play over towards that way, okay? We've got another bush out there at 245 yards and another bush further up on the left-hand side, which always gets me. It's 265 yards to there, yeah? So in the summer, quite often I will play a 3-wood just to stay short of that bush up there at 265 off the white tees, this is, yeah? So for you, you could aim at that bush on that left-hand side, 265 yards, you would do well to hit it that far, especially when it's playing into the wind, yeah? So anything to the left, a number of times I've hit it off this tee and ended up on the 6th fairway because actually it gives you a straightforward shot into the green from over there, yeah? So don't be scared to go left. As long as you miss that big bush here on the left, which is up there about 170 yards. Yeah, as long as you miss that, then you've got a nice free shot into the hole, really. And play it as a par 5, you know, knock a third shot down there within 50 yards of the green and try and get it up onto the hole from there. So I've done the hard work. I've managed to miss my bush on the left hand side. That's the one that always gets me. So I've hit it 265 yards up here, leaves me 175 yards to the pin. Again, a difficult second shot because the green is so narrow and long. But rule number one, do not miss it right, because that will fall down off the side of the green and go into those bushes all the time. So do not miss it right. That is a big no-no. Don't necessarily miss it too far left either, because that bunker is okay. If you finish in there, that's not too bad. But if you miss it left of that bunker, then you're in a whole world of trouble. So I'm always conscious about my miss here, and missing it short and left is not a bad play, because it's the safest place I'm going to miss the green. From 175 yards, I'm not always going to hit the green. So in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, right, let's miss it short and left, because that's going to leave quite a straightforward up and down. Anything long and left, it brings that bunker into play, plus the fact if you miss the bunker, you've then got to chip over it to a narrow green where it all falls off the other side where the bush awaits. So really conscious of thinking about where you're going to miss this green if you don't miss it. So try and miss everything on the third hole to the left. Do not go right, because although the out of bounds has gone, those bushes and that mound and generally the rough can be very, very nasty. Okay, so on the third hole, strategically, just make sure you hit it well, miss the stuff on the right, try and stay out the bushes on the left. Even if you finish on the 6th fairway, just try and hit it down there somewhere. And then from here, obviously you want to try and get it on the green, but make sure you do miss it short and left and not right or long and left, because that can be a whole world of difficulty for the up and down. Right, that's everything for this week. I better get indoors before that next storm cloud bursts. Okay, thanks very much for watching. If you want any help with your game out on the golf course, okay, with your strategic decisions and your course management, come and see me. We can book yourself in for a playing lesson, and it might be worth your while if you're struggling to make those scores that your ball striking suggests that you should have. Right, that's it for me. Thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to you all soon. Bye-bye.